Hello everyone, I hope everyone's fine when you are watching this video. First of all, let's talk honest. IELTS is a test where we all get nervous most of the time because we are not presumptuous about what's going to happen when we enter the room. And to be honest, that's something you should be worried about. But when you should be worried about? It's only when you don't have any idea about what's going on inside of the room. So, in the beginning, we are going to talk about what's going to happen in the beginning and inside of the room. So, if you are giving the test in British Council or in IDP, let's say, you will be having your test in a very small room. And this is something that makes IELTS test different from others. For example, in general speaking tests or in general vivas, we always face a viva where the viva starts after our introduction. But here in IELTS, it starts right after you enter the room. So as soon as you turn the knob, your test has started. Well, many people might differ from me in this case, but your recording will start right there, even if the test itself doesn't start. So if, let's say, you see someone who's very familiar to you acting as the examiner of your test, then don't be too excited. Be very professional, act very professional, don't make things uncomfortable for either one of you. Now, let's say we have started the beginning. What happens next? Afterwards, the introduction parts begin. And unlike other tests, before introduction, your test has already started. So, in the introduction part, the examiner is going to ask you your name, and you are just gently going to tell your name. Definitely, he's going to ask you for your full name. So, first of all, things might happen like this. So, examiner comes and asks your name, like, what's your name? And you say, my name is X or Y or Z. Let's say, I'm asking, sir, what's your name?
My name is Fida Hassan.
And then I would ask, what can I call you?
You can call me Fida.
Exactly. So this might happen when you start when examiner starts your exam. Now, what happens next? Next, he is going to ask you for your identification. Remember, this is not your national ID card. This is something else. In IELTS, your only identification is going to be your passport. The passport has to be valid, and you have to bring your passport in both the speaking test and also the writing tests. So don't forget to bring that with yourself. So after giving your identification, the real test is going to start. Now, what he is going to start in the conversation. Remember, this is going to be a conversational test. So both of you will be having a conversation, let's say for 3 or 4 minutes in the beginning, and as Sir said before, 11 to 14 minutes overall. The whole conversation is going to be about your life, and it will cover different parts of your life. So let's say in the beginning, he's going to ask you about a very few details of yourself. Might be your hobbies and might be something else. But remember, it's going to be about you. So the first benefit is there is not any single questions that you don't have any answers for. And he will continue the conversation afterwards. In the next part, we are going to show you what parts of your life might it cover. Remember, this is not the only suggestions for you. These are only a glimpse of what might be the topics or areas of your life. So, in the beginning we can say, let's say, he's going to ask you about weather. The topic might be, what's your favorite weather? What is the weather you don't like? What is the weather that gives you some good feelings? Blah, blah, blah. It might be about your hometown. Where are you from? What's special about your hometown? Etc. Might be about your study or your work. Might be about your best friend or anything else about your friends. It might also be about public holiday and all other things that might be from your lives. So these are only the areas. There's these or conversations will cover. Remember, these areas are only for part 1. So, why is he going to ask you these questions? He might go directly for the money. That's where this is very different. In IELTS test, the examiner is specially trained to make the examinee feel comfortable with the test. The examiner never wants you to feel nervous. So if, let's say, for any examinations, like always we feel, let's say we are feeling very nervous, then the examiner will make sure that you are feeling very comfortable, and he will not start the examination unless you are very comfortable. So remember, he is going to be on your side. And these are the topics he is going to select to make you feel comfortable and to make a good relationship with you for the next 10 to 11 minutes.